This is how my student Alyssa went from stay-at-home mom who was skeptical about UGC and honestly thought that it was a scam to making over $7,000 in her first couple months with UGC. Alyssa came to me as a student with an 18-month-old child, and she was realizing that time was ticking and she was gonna have to go back to work soon. She really didn't want to spend time away from her son, so she decided to look for other options of ways to make money that she could do from home. She stumbled across UGC and she thought, maybe I can do that. Maybe it's a scam. I'm not really sure, but she decided to give it a shot. When I first met Alyssa, she was timid, shy, lack of confidence, lack of her little spark. And you'll see through this interview, she is anything but these days. She is loud, bubbly, confident, and she has grown so much in her UGC journey, not only monetarily bringing home over $7,000 in her first couple months, but also in her confidence and in her personality. I don't want to spoil her story too much, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, Alyssa, I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, I'm so excited too. I can't wait for this.
I asked Alyssa, a couple days ago, will you hop on a call with me? Everybody needs to hear your story. So we're really, really excited to hear your story today.
Yay.
So first and foremost, most obvious question, can you tell me a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and kind of what your life looked like before UGC?
Okay, so I'm 32 from sunny Florida, born and raised, and wife. I just become a mom when I found UGC. So I have a little boy. He's about to be 20. He's about to be 2 in January. So it's crazy. But yeah, so I used to be, before UGC, I was a dog groomer. I had my own little mobile business. I would go to people's houses, do the little doggy haircuts. And I had my baby, and I refused to go back to work. Yeah, I basically, I had sold the business, and we moved from a bigger city to a smaller, back to where my family, my parents are from. And it was just for a slower pace. So I kind of felt like starting my business again. It worked in the city, and I don't think it was going to work in a slower pace, not in the same way. And I really didn't want to just, even though it was my own business, just me going out and doing the mobile thing. I wanted to be with my baby, so it still didn't really fit. So, yeah. Does that answer the question?
Yes, makes sense completely. So what drew you to UGC? What made you interested in trying this specifically?
Okay, so I wanted something with flexibility where I can stay at home, and something that was fun. And I saw, I feel like I've always been a very, very creative person. So I had stumbled across your video. I actually had heard about UGC years ago, but I just didn't really know much about it. And I have little videos in my phone of me practicing, look, with this product.
Cute. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I forgot about that. Yeah. But then I had stumbled across you talking about UGC. I had just had my son, and I was intrigued because I already knew. It's sad because I feel like moms, when they first, they have their baby and they're so excited, but they feel it's in the back of your mind, you just hear the clock ticking, when are you going to go back to work? When are you going to go back to work? Mm-hmm. So I saw your video and I was like, ooh, okay, intrigued, but I had just had my son. So I was like, all right, well, let's shelf this. And then it wasn't until fast forward, I think he was almost a year and a half, and I found you online talking about it again, and I was immediately, okay, we're doing this. I think we're going to do this. So I just requested more information, and I had scheduled a call with Mateo, and I didn't even tell my husband about that part. I want all the information before I want all the information. I want how much it's going to cost, everything before I present it to my husband, because I really feel like this is the right thing. In my heart, I felt like it was the right thing for me. And I go through the whole interview with Mateo, get more information. I remember how I was like so timid and nervous. Like he asked me, how much do you think that you're gonna, like, how much what's your goal to make? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like I was so not confident.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the same time, I knew that if you taught me the right, like if you taught me the skills, that I would gain the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to him about it, and I ended the call, and then I got all the information I needed. And then I went to go and talk to my husband about it, and my husband, being who he is, he was like, do it. Even though like he was like right away, like very supportive, like even though like, we, just don't have the money just lying around. Nobody really does, So he was just like looking at it as an investment from the get-go, and so was I was looking at it like, if I was looking at like potentially going back to school for something, what would I pay? And which I kind of was, because I was at the point where I was like, okay, we kind of need a second income. What should I do? Should I go back to school? And I was looking at other programs, and I was like, well, once I had got all the information from Mateo about UGC mastery, I was like, well, if that's the investment that I was going to spend on going back to school, let me just treat this like my going back to school. And so, okay, and then from there, like, yeah, I got started with you.
I love it. So you said you saw me right after you had your son. So like probably before I even launched UGC Mastery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it just like happened to pop back up on your social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
Divine intervention. Wow.
What? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So I love that you mentioned like kind of thinking of this as like the same kind of investment that you would make in yourself for school, and like your husband was kind of on the same page with that as well. So can you tell me a little bit more about like, about that? Like what is like why is investing in yourself important to you?
Well, so like I think that personal growth is just so important, and I think that obviously, like, when I first had my son, and I think for a lot of mothers that's how they view it. It's like it's like your sole focus, like that's it kind of becomes your personality, like motherhood. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, at least for me it did, and that was still like a very, very big part of my life, like life change, my life changing. But also what I've realized in doing this whole thing, because my first initial reason for doing it wasn't necessarily personal growth, like that. It was like, I need money, I need to make money. Mm-hmm. But through the whole experience, I feel like, yeah, learning something new, and having just like learning these skills that you just didn't even think, like pitching to brands, talking with high end, like talking with brands that are just, you never thought you would have those conversations with them, you never thought that you would be in the room, and just taking the time to invest in yourself like that, in your personal growth, I feel like is huge, especially for moms, because I realize that, like, your kids are gonna grow up looking at you, and motherhood is a huge like, amazing thing, like in and of itself, like an amazing thing to work on. But I think another thing to give your kids, a gift that you can give them, is for them to see you working hard at something that you love, that you're passionate about. Yeah. And so that's one thing that, like, I kind of wasn't expecting, because initially I was like, okay, I just need money. But yeah, that personal growth, I would recommend, like, I wouldn't change a thing that I did that, because I really do feel proud. I feel proud of myself. I already ugly cried this morning as I was thinking about my journey.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you said that you invested in yourself and decided to make this investment, even though you didn't have the money, and it was because you wanted to make money. So like, why were you willing to invest money to make money?
Okay. So, how much you were talking about, how much you've benefited from it, and the amount that you were able to make, and where you started and where you ended up, I knew that, like, okay, I know it's an investment, but I know that according to what she's saying, I'll be able to make it back. Yeah. And, I told my husband, I was like, we're going to make it back. Like it's like, so it's an investment, but it's like, I know, and I feel, and quickly. So that's why I had like, even though I didn't have the confidence and the skills yet because I hadn't learned anything, I had kind of this like, I had this confidence that like, we're going to make this work because I know what's possible. She's showing me what's possible. And I know that I'll be able to make it back, the investment back fairly quickly. Yeah.
So what did your day-to-day look like kind of before you started UGC? Like you said you were a mom, you just had your baby.
Yes.
So like was it just like kind of mom life all around?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of mom life. That's a lot of, it was, just, it's like, never done this before either. So it's like on the job training, learning as I go. And then a lot of just like slow days, just, like it was just precious, precious, like beautiful. Like I'm glad that I had that time too. And that I'm able to keep that because it's like, the freedom, the time freedom that UGC gives you. Like I really, that was the reason why I didn't want to give it up. Because I want to stay home with my son. I want to keep these moments where I get to be with him. We get to go to the library. We get to go to the splash pad. Like we have the freedom to be together. Like that was really, really important to me. So that's what it looked like before. And I'm glad that I was able to, I'm glad that I made this decision to go with UGC with your course to teach me the skills so that I can hold on to that. Like,
you felt like UGC was able to give you the best parts of your life before and still be able to make money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Definitely.
Oh, I
definitely.
Okay, so did you have any experience creating content before you started?
No. So, I mean, I had like a little bit, like I would post little TikTok, like videos of us going to like, we went with some friends to, a virtual reality thing. So I like try to do a little vlog there. I'm like super into like, I love hosting and dinner parties and stuff like that. And like, I love like a good themed dinner party. So I would like post me throwing dinner parties there, but it was very just basic, minimal, not like hardly anything. And then of course for like my grooming business, I would like take little cute videos of the doggies, but I had never touched CapCut before.
So just like all editing and like TikTok.
Yeah.
I love that. So once you started the program, what was like the first shift that you noticed when you started implementing? Like what was the first kind of sign that you were like, okay, I think this is going to work?
I think, okay, what was the first sign when I think, okay, this is going to work? Well, for like, okay. I just feel like the way that you spelled everything out, like all of the lessons are super bite-sized. Just the fact that it was a video course, it's just amazing because my brain is just like
visual.
Yes. So I loved that. It was very easy to do like during nap times or during like, when my son went to sleep for the night and stuff like that. So that was really good. And I think the moment when I realized, okay, this is going to work is honestly, I feel like, man, it's like, it's so funny. I'm pulling all these memories back of how I felt.
This is my favorite part of these interviews.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, writing my scripts for the first time, I was just like, and then with your guidance for that I had never done anything like that, really. So that was kind of like, okay, yeah, this is going to work. Like because it was like a system in place. It was very like, it wasn't, as one of my favorite parts about it, it wasn't just like, oh, here you go. Yeah. Like it was like, okay, this, this, it's 1, 2, 3. Like this is how you do it. And I think writing my scripts, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to work. Like, this is great.
So your like content is now some of my favorite content to point out to other students. And so like, how was the content creation learning experience? Like your personality is so like big and bubbly and like silly, goofy. And like, I feel like you did such a good job of putting that into your content. So like, tell me a little bit about like your content growth experience.
Thank you so much. So, yeah, I remember when you were like in the course, you were like, you gotta, it depends on how quickly you can get comfortable in front of the camera. And at first I was like, ooh, I don't know. But then I very quickly got comfortable. Because I feel like it's like, for me, I just feel like I'm talking to myself and I talk to myself all the time. Okay. But, so Like, okay, I remember I was telling my husband just now that, you had a list of which ones you had to do, and it kind of felt like a game. It's like, okay, your product demo, your testimonial, your, voiceover, B-roll. And the last one on the list was skit. For me, the last one on the list was a skit. And I was telling my family, I was like, oh, I'm so, like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know. I'm the worst for last. I hate it. I love skits now. I have so much fun with skits, like, which is hilarious. I didn't realize like that I would love it so much because I'm super anybody who knows me, I'm super into Broadway musicals. Like, I love that stuff. So yeah, skits is my favorite thing to do, and just like I didn't realize how much just having fun and laughing and just being goofy and silly, as I feel like when I'm watching on social media, like and it's funny, I stay and I watch. So like I didn't realize that like just letting that part out of the goofy, the silly, like I just feel like people have been responding well to that.
Yeah.
Liking it. And I'm just cracking up over here. Like when I'm editing, I'm just like dying laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're just like, I'm so funny.
I know. Oh my gosh. No, sometimes like these bloopers are just like when I go ahead and I'll post like bloopers. I'm like, I don't care if I embarrass myself a little bit because I just think this is hilarious.
I remember on your very first call, like on your onboarding call, you were, like you said, you were like so nervous, so uncomfortable, like even just on a call with just me and you. And I was like, girl, are you going to be able to like film in front of a camera? Like, and she's like, I don't know. I'm like, great, awesome. You just invested a lot of money and I need you to be able to get in front of a camera.
I know, yeah.
It's been so cool to watch your growth since then, like watch your confidence and now enjoying yourself in front of the camera. And I think that's a really good lesson for people. And like, even if you're a little nervous about putting yourself out there and putting yourself in front of a camera, like you might end up loving it.
Yeah. I think
love
that's
that.
great. It's surprising. It was very surprising because I can't believe, like, skit was at the bottom. The skit was at the bottom of my list, and it's like my favorite thing to do now. So yeah, very surprising.
So what results have you started seeing since then? Like kind of what, like, I don't know if you want to walk us through your first brand deal or like you
Okay.
want to kind of get a little spicy. Just tell me everything.
Okay. So I was like going back and looking and writing down dates and stuff. So, okay, on May 4th was my call with Mateo. On May 4th, right?
Ooh,
So
May the 4th.
Yeah, I know. On June 24th, I sent my first pitch ever. So before the week ended, I guess on June 27th, I got my first gifted deal, which I mean, I know people, oh, it's just gifted, but that means a lot. Like it ended up being a toddler tower. We use that every single day, every single day.
I love that.
And like I said,
literally what, 7 days after, or 3 days after you started pitching?
Yes. I know. Yeah, we use that thing every single day. And just the excitement that I felt when the package was at my door, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't buy this.
I didn't buy this. I have no followers.
I know, which is huge because, like, hey, we're on one income. I know I had a toddler tower before that I got off of Facebook Marketplace that was like busted. So like, this one replaced that one, and it was huge. It was gifted, but it was a huge deal for me.
I love that.
So then, okay, and then I have on here July 8th. That was my first ever paid deal that I got.
It was like 2 weeks after you started pitching.
Yeah, $200. And I was like, like that was because I had seen, some like little 40, 50, little things, and I was just like, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Like I'm getting professional help here, so.
Wow.
I think so. I got it for $200. And then let me see. Okay, let me see. I wrote everything down. Let me see. Okay, so then after that, let me see. So in August, what I had made deposited into my account because I had signed a lot of brand contracts. I've signed a lot of contracts, but what I had gotten paid into my account was $893. Wow. In August, what I had gotten paid, but I had contracted out a lot more, and it didn't catch up to me until September.
I know. I messaged her the other day. I'm like, tell me about September. I need to know.
I know. September, I had deposited into my account $4,313.
Oh my gosh. So from no content experience to within like 3 months making over $5,000 total.
Yes. And the month for September, like I still have like at least 3 really, really big paid collaborations that I finished, completed, but I'm not getting paid for that until next month. So like, you know, like it just kind of overlapped into.
Do you know how much you contracted in those 2 months?
In those 2 months, like if I'm off the bat, well, let me just, calculator really quick. Can I really quickly do this really quick? Okay.
The people want to know, so we must wait.
Yeah. Let me just see really quick, like in those 2 months. Okay, 1 second. Let me see. Because like right off the bat. Okay, so okay. All right. So you mean like how much I contracted in the month of like August? Okay. All right. So this is how much I haven't gotten paid yet that I finished. So I just added the 3 deals that I know that I haven't gotten paid yet to that. So in total, between the months of August and September, you want me to include both of those? Like that? Okay, $7,061 and $61. Yeah, $7,061. Yeah, I'm like, wait, is that right? I'm like, look at
I'm shocking myself. Oh my gosh, that's so incredible.
I know.
Stay-at-home mom who didn't want to go back to work because you didn't want to leave your baby, had no experience with content creation, and within a few months you've contracted over $7,000 in deals.
I know, yeah. I'm telling you, I already ugly cried.
So, what's been your favorite moment so far? Right now when you realized it was $7,000?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting feedback from people has been incredible. Like getting positive reviews. Like, I got onboarded onto an agency, which I guess I didn't even realize how much of a big deal that was, but that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they send you consistent jobs.
Yes, like that's a pretty huge deal. So I remember the first time that I met with them, with everybody, the whole team, everybody was introducing themselves. Oh, how long have you been doing UGC? And I was like 4 months, and they were like, like everybody else was like, what? Like, and then yesterday, the owner of that agency messaged me privately and was sending me he was like, I wanted to give you high priority. If you're interested in this one-off deal, like, this is something that our company doesn't do because they do high volume, it's just like one-off deal. So he sent it my way. And then I'm looking at the email of what he sent to the brand, and he's like, Alyssa is like our go-to top like creator. Her I know. He was like, this is only a month after just 1 month of working with them. He was like, her B-rolls are fantastic. I was like, Sydney! Like I know everything that I know because of you. Like it's incredible. So just the fact that I've gotten so much positive feedback is incredible. Oh my gosh. Like I remember another one that I got pretty early on. This was a brand that I was working with, and I sent her my scripts, and I used your template that you give in your course, the Notion, and keep everything organized. And she sent me back. She was like, Alyssa, I just have to say, the way that you organize everything was so good. Like the best I've seen amongst like other UGC creators. I was like, Sydney! That's my mentor. That's my coach.
That's so cool.
Wasn't that so sweet? I was like, oh, like Sydney knows what she's talking about. Like, look at, like, I'm just getting compliments left and right.
So do you feel like investing in the program like sped up your UGC journey significantly?
For sure. I know I see other people figuring it out for themselves on TikTok. I mean, hello, we live in like the information age. You definitely can teach yourself, but where I was at in my life, I was just like, I don't really have the time to just consume all this information. Like, we need it now. I need the money now. And I just, not just about like, oh, I need to make money now, but also I need a little bit of hand holding. I need like some, a push. I need like, a hype girl. I need like, all of that, all of those things, like, to hold myself accountable,
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think, because I know people can figure it out for themselves, but I just think, like I said before, if you look at it as like, this is your investment, the same investment that you would make if you were going back to school,
Mm-hmm. And it could make you way more than some of your 9 to 5 going back to school.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just feel like, oh, this is such a huge blessing. Like, that's why I was crying. I was like, I'm telling you, oh my gosh, like, I was like, let me just get the ugly cry out now, so that if I do cry on camera, it'll be just a little tear. But like, it's just like, it's such a huge blessing, this course, and it almost makes me feel like I just can't even believe that you're offering to teach people this, like, because it's so easy to think of it as like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a scam. Like, there's scammers out there all the time. Oh, how to make money quick, how to do this, how to do that, and like the way that you presented it, and the way that when I was talking to Mateo, I just feel like there was a formula there, and I feel like it made sense to me, because I know that back in the day when we were all growing up, we were all watching TV and the commercials, and that's how that was the form of advertisement. But now everyone's on, like, no one watches TV like that for the most part. Like, everybody's on their phone, everybody's on TikTok, that's where you're going to see the majority of the ads. So, I remember when I was like pregnant, and even like, after when I first had my son, I'd be on TikTok and I'm seeing like my favorite mom creators at the little corner paid partnership, and I'm like, how are you, like, what is the sauce? Like, and I just felt like, I think I can do what you're doing, but I just don't know, like, how do I even get there? But I see like they have like a bunch of followers, but that's one thing that I love. I'm rambling now, but like, I love it is that like I literally have less than 200 followers on all of my socials. So it's like, I turned this into a job that, like, I get to do something that's fun, that I love, but like, I don't have a lot of followers. Like, it's just incredible. Oh my gosh, it's incredible.
Less than 200 followers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that can happen, but I think other people are like, no, you have to have followers. It's because you have followers. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah. No. Like, it's like, my dad was like, how does this work? Like, how does this work? And I'm like, no, look, like, he's watched my whole entire journey. Like, I've sent my family like all of my videos and everything, and oh my gosh, like, it's just it's such a huge blessing. I can't talk about it enough, because I just feel like it just changed the whole trajectory of what's possible for my life, my family's life. Like, we can get out of debt, we can finally buy a house, like, I can get to stay home with my son. But a goal that we have is to retire my husband, so that he can come. He's really interested in UGC. He wants to do it.
Oh, you have a whole family of UGC creators.
I know. My dad wants to do it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You sent me your dad's thing the other day.
Yes.
He's making this UGC video.
I know, he's so cute. He said, I have an idea, and then a couple hours later, he sends me his video, and he's asking me to critique it and like help him with it. And I'm like, they're looking for men out there, especially in his, he's younger. He's like, how old's my dad? He's like 50. So he's like young. I have young parents, but like, they're looking for your age group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I love about it too. It's like, it spans over different ages. Anyone can do it. Like, it just, any phase of life that you're in, it works.
I love
It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's like,
so what's been the biggest change in your life since UGC?
Okay. The biggest change, I would say just like my level of excitement to get to work.
I love that. Oh my God.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I literally was doing one where I was having to eat, like, I had gotten delivery, and I was eating food, and I'm just like, I go take a bite, and I'm like on camera, I'm like enjoying myself, and then I go and check, and I'm like, I'm having lunch. I'm having lunch. I'm
I'm
enjoying
getting
it.
paid for
I'm
it.
getting paid for it. I know. I've been getting like some curly hair products, which everybody knows that it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And I just love that I'm just like, just doing my hair, like filming it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I always tell my family and my friends, like, I feel like UGC, like, there's only, I feel like, okay, I know that to be realistic, there are pros and cons to everything, but I feel like the majority of cons is very low to compared to how many pros there are. And just the fact, like, I feel like UGC makes you do things that you have to do anyway, like you're doing it anyway, and like getting all cute with my hair, like
Might as well
oh
just
my
film it
God.
and get paid for it.
I know, yeah. I went to a spa the other day, and I was doing a video for a spa.
Stop.
Like, yes,
That's so fun.
I know, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love
It's
it. Oh
insane.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's been your favorite brand to work with so far?
Okay, so far my favorite brand to work with, I would say some hair care brands, because like I said, like I just feel like I don't think I can say the name yet because I can't say the name yet because it hasn't even gone out yet. But just oh my, like I'm surprised. I think my curls are turning out so cute. I'm like, oh, I love it. It's like I think that was my favorite. I'm just like feeling myself. I'm like, oh my goodness, I love it.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Yeah,
cute.
I would say that, and then anything that like I get a toy for my son. Like we've gotten like this little dino set that he loves to play with, or we got these little books that like they're you press the buttons and they play songs. And oh my gosh, it was so cute. Like we were doing the little, like I was recording us like playing with like looking at the book and everything, and I stood up to go and check my phone, and he was like, sit. Like he's like my son was like,
We're not done playing.
yeah, that was so cute. So anything where I get like a toy for him or something like that he ends up loving, I love that. I'm like, oh, that's just so sweet.
So actually, being a stay-at-home mom, this is a perfect segue. Being a stay-at-home mom, like how do you feel like this fits into your life? Like as I'm sure that's very busy being a stay-at-home mom.
Yes.
So how do you feel
Yeah.
like this fits into your life? Like how many hours a day are you dedicating to this? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So right now, it is a little bit hectic right now because my husband works too. But like I said, that's what we really want to retire him, and the goal is to do that in like a couple of months.
Yeah.
So that it would be, and we gotta do a whole nother interview if that once that happens. But
We'll have him on here
right
too.
yeah. So like I get a lot of work done during his nap, during when he goes to sleep, or like just even when he's like up and I'm just filming like B-roll. Like it's okay if it's really like if it's loud, it's okay.
Wow.
I can do that, and yeah, it's been like I'm learning how to like kind of have both flow, momhood and UGC life. But it's very like it's very, very doable. It's very like I keep on telling people like September was my busiest month. I'm like, oh, I pitched the pitching. I pitched too hard, and like now
I have too many brand deals.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I went from literally like crickets to like boom, I'm like booked and busy. And I remember like that little silent period. Your course connected me with like other UGC creators, that are, Liz. Everybody talks about Liz. I love her so much.
I just did an interview with her yesterday.
I can't wait to watch that. Oh my goodness. She is like, my hype girl. Like I literally messaged her on Instagram. I remember I had just started pitching, and I was like, it's nervous. You told me you prepare your students. You're like, yeah, this is the part where people kind of quit. This is the part that's the hardest part. So I was prepared, but still it's like, so I messaged Liz on Instagram, and I was like, and she was like, don't worry. It's just like a numbers and waiting game. So I always like remember that in my head. And she was right. Like,
it's like you feel like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden you're like, psh.
Yes.
And it's like, wait a second, whoa, I can't keep up.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my gosh.
So what's been the most challenging part for you with starting UGC?
Challenging. Okay, I would say challenging part. I would say just like, I mean, over the whole thing, I feel like the waiting game, like we were just talking about, like the pitching stuff, that was pretty hard.
Yeah.
Because you're just like you said, you're like, that's the part where it's like, okay,
Is this working?
yeah, this wasn't a scam, right? It's not oversaturated, right? Please don't make me cry. Like, that was a hard part a little bit, but like I said, that kind of it just takes off. But other than that, when it comes to something that's hard, I'm trying to think of something that's hard.
She's like, nothing. I love it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I would say like trying to find the balance between like, you know, you have like, because you're working, it's just kind of very integrated into your life. So to just finding a balance of like being off your phone, you know, being off your phone and like, you know, but setting boundaries, you know, like, okay, I'm not going to answer any emails until, you know, once this happens, you know, that's been something. But I mean, that's the only thing I can think of because
everything else is awesome.
Yeah, everything else is awesome. Like, it's just, you know, it's super fun. I mean, even when it comes to like the script writing, that can be a little bit like, okay, I want to make sure I'm writing a good script, but like you give a good formula of how to do it. I mean, I don't know what
you have everything you need.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, everything.
So what is next for you guys? You said you want to retire your husband, but like what's the short-term goal?
Okay, the short-term goal. Okay, I was just writing out my goals for the month.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to hit my first full 5K month because, like I said, I had a little bit here. It was like a little bit because it was the beginning. You know, I had this much into my account. Anyways, so first 5K month, and I want to kind of do that 2 months consecutively. Then I want to shoot to 7K 2 months consecutively. Then I'm giving myself a year. So I started in May. So, I mean, well, I started learning in May. So I sent let me see. I don't know. Let me see. When should I put I got my first, so July, I guess. So anyways, next summer.
Okay.
By next summer, May or July, June, July, I want to hit 10K.
I think that's totally doable.
Oh, that's insane for me to say. That's insane for me to say.
I think that's totally doable.
Like, I think so too. Like, it's like, I'm just like, I can see it, you know? I can't believe that I had already made this much, like literally from starting off with $0.
Literally.
You know?
And zero experience.
Yeah, zero experience. I just feel like the course just gives you everything you need. It flows really well. I love the way that you said in the beginning, when I first started out, you were like, you don't want to bog us down with so much information and then tell us to do things. So you show us how to do the things, then you give us an assignment. Then you show us how to do it, then you give us an assignment. And it's like the whole thing, it just flows perfect. And then when it comes to pitching, it's like, you know, you hold our hand through that too. You know, you give us encouragement and all that stuff. The community that we get to be a part of too was really good. I had like, because I know you asked us to include brands that you've worked with for other creators, so for other students in the community to send their pitch to them, and I got one. That was my second paid deal.
Yes, I remember
that I got from that community. And this morning I woke up, and because it's been like months since I've done that, and this morning I woke up and they're like, your video is doing really well, we want more videos. Like, right before this call I'm telling them, like babe, look, they like my
oh my
your video's performing really well. I'm like,
I love. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
I know. It's like incredible.
So what's something that you would say to somebody who is kind of sitting in that place where you were before? That's like, I don't want to go back to work. I need to find something else. I'm a little nervous to maybe start something new or a little nervous to invest. Like, what's something you would say to somebody like that?
Okay. So it is an investment. Okay. We all know that it's an investment. You have to be very serious, you know, to get it done, and you have to follow what, your guidance, like, what to do. But as long as you have that like determination, which I feel like when you're when you're a mom and you really want to stay home with your kid, like that's a huge motivating factor. Especially since I mean, like I would go back. I did go back to work for a little bit, a couple days a week, and it's just like what I was bringing home was. I'm like, it has to be. If I'm gonna leave my baby, it has to be worth it, and it just wasn't. So I quit that. But that's a huge motivating factor to want to stay home with your kids. So let that just fuel you and drive you. And it's 100% doable. It is not a scam. Like I'm telling you, like I had signed up for your course, and it's so funny like that we're doing this video right now because I signed it up, I made the payment, and then I was watching these videos like this, like, okay, like I need to hear I need to hear interviews. Okay, this is gonna go good. This is gonna work. I just needed it in my head, because I'm like, okay, good. I just signed the contract. So now that we're doing this interview, like I just want to tell people that are in my shoes, nervous to start, nervous to just for the investment, like it is 100% doable. Like listen to the words I'm telling you right now.
It's real. It's real.
Yes, it is real. It is so real. It's the biggest blessing for your family, it's incredible. It's incredible. So I would say just do it. Just do it. Just know that like be prepared to like put the work in. But like it even like when you're putting the work in, like it's not even like I know like there are way harder jobs that pay way less than this, So it's doable. It is not out of reach,
I love that. That's
I would say that.
I love it. Like, it's not a scam.
It's not like I want to shout that to the rooftops. It's so funny because my husband will be like showing my videos to his coworkers. He works in construction, so he'll be like showing videos to the coworkers. And somebody was like, or I think another one of his coworkers does like social media. Like she has followers, but she doesn't get paid from it. She doesn't get paid from it. She's not doing UGC. So his coworker said that, like somebody reached out to because my husband has been talking to this coworker, and was like, oh yeah, my wife is doing this and she's, this and this, well, UGC, and she doesn't have any followers. Well, she's getting paid, and so the guy was like, oh, my wife finally got a deal or something like that or whatever. And then another coworker, an older one, was like, that's a scam. That's a scam. That's not real. And I'm like, do you want me to show you my bank account?
I can show you my deposits.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Because like I said, it's just like I cannot stop talking about it. Like it's, I talk my family and friends ears off about it, like constantly. I'm just like, this is absolutely insane. You can turn it up. You can turn it you can turn up how much you're doing. You can turn it down. Like, it's just so flexible. You can do it in your house. You can do it, at a park. Like you can do it anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. It's insane. It's the biggest blessing. Like I will forever be super, super grateful for you for this whole thing. Like I said, like I just can't believe that she took the time to like record. It's crazy because you recording working on this course and making it a thing eventually down the line led to my whole family's life being like changed, like that's crazy. I know. It's insane. And I have other goals too. Like, I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. I'm the oldest. So I was just talking to my dad about this yesterday. Like, I feel a lot of responsibility, like, and not like in a good way. Like, I feel like I want to be the leader of like my siblings and like take care of my parents. And like, I just feel like this job is going to do that and more for me and my family, which is crazy. It's insane.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am so proud of you for taking a chance on yourself.
Thank you.
As this is a team effort. I mean, I brought the information and you brought the hustle, and so together this work. And so I'm really proud of you for taking this on and trusting
Thank you.
yourself, even though you were nervous and a little scared. And I think one of the coolest like non-financial growth moments I've gotten to see just from watching you is your confidence blossom. And just
Mhm.
watching you go from this person that like was like hiding in the corner of the camera and like kind of like now like you're just on social media and like so confident and showing up in your personality and like showing up, in a very unique way on the internet. I think that's very um admirable. And so I'm really, really proud of you for that.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I wish that I could show you guys her first call so that you can see the night and day difference because it literally is like, who is that person?
I was like, I don't know if this is real, but I'm here.
I
We're
don't
gonna
want to
sink
get
or
in front of the
swim over here.
camera. I don't think this is real. And I don't have a lot of time. I'm like, okay, great. I love it. So, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. It's super, super powerful. Anything else that you can think of that you want to mention or say, or anything that you want to kind of like last words you want to leave everybody?
Okay, last words. Okay, my last words. Let me see. I would say, sign up and get excited because that I honestly feel like that's really my encouragement is to just like, do it,
That's
don't,
the
do
secret.
it.
The secret is literally do it.
Yeah, just do it and then do it, get excited. It's like, it's gonna feel like a little trust fall, like but the skills are there. That's it's a legit thing. It's crazy. It's a legit career. And then your course just spelled like everything that you need to know, and then the fact that I can go back to it if I have any questions, or like even then, I just feel like I've built a relationship with you, so like I can just send you a DM on Instagram. so like that is also just a huge blessing. And then the community that you introduced me to, that is like I can kind of lean on to,
Yeah.
is incredible. So it's just I feel like it's just the best. Like I don't have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough words. I think my final just encouragement would just to be like sign up, do it, and then just get excited. Put in the work and but
I love it.
I
I love
feel
it.
like the way that you have the course outlined, it's really like, especially if you're putting the work in, it's really like foolproof. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story. It's so, so powerful to see. And I love seeing especially like stay-at-home moms kind of take their power back. And like you said, becoming a mom is such a beautiful thing, but it also kind of takes a little piece of you. And so
Yeah.
really cool to see you like blossom over the last few months. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it's so exciting. Like all of your little posts on all your posts on Instagram and TikTok saying, with the encouragement of like how UGC is a thing. Like I just wish I can just reach into people like it's real. Like, okay, don't,
I wish I could
she's
reach
not,
through the screen and
she's
tap your
not,
brain.
she's not lying, people. Oh
I
my
love
god,
it.
but
I
yeah,
love
thank
it.
you. Thank you so much. I could literally go on and on and on and just talk forever. And I know that like it's just gonna get better from here. Like I just feel like we should have another interview in a year once I reach
Yeah,
my
let me know in
goal.
the comments if y'all want an update in a year when she retires her husband.
Yes.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much for everything today, and I can't wait for everybody to hear your story. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.